The Flash Season 5, Episode 4, titled Newsflash. In this episode, I quite enjoyed. There's certain things I didn't really like. There's a storyline doing with Wells and Ralph, where they're trying to find some evidence and hopefully getting closer to our main villain, which it's one of those things where you understand why it's there, but you just felt like I felt like maybe trim it down, and maybe have the ending maybe something you can use, but explain by a piece of dialogue maybe. I just didn't felt it kind of it kind of felt very accident with the rest of the episode. But there's also another thing, but I'll talk about later. But with the main story of, hey, there's this possible mega human who is trying to make Nora famous, trying to do the whole thing of like, darling, that Flash guy is all news. Let's focus on the new. You're new. The purple is awesome, not red. It's trying to do that and writing blogs like when it happens, all that kind of things. But the problem is the way that she's doing it, the way that this person is trying to make her famous, and that is by brainwashing people and make them out of the blue put bombs next to police, to baseball stadiums, to having fires, and of course, like when Flash says she's the character is like a villain of the week. It's like, come on, Flash, I don't want you to just get out, get you out. She's risking lives, and of course that is a big problem because people will die, all that kind of stuff, just so she could have some clicks. I quite enjoy that. It kind of gives you a sense of the type of culture that we are, where a lot of people these days, as I say, want to be famous. They don't want to put the effort. I mean, come on, we live in a world when someone thought, hey, you know what would be great? I go to a forest called the Suicide Forest, and what do you know? There's a dead body, and let's film it and post it online. Like, we live in a world when that shit happens, So it kind of trying to do a little bit of slight commentary on the whole thing. Like, people just want to do famous stuff for the sake of trying to be famous, even though you're internet famous. And is that famous? Not the same, just being Hollywood, movie level stuff. Anyway, but then you add to another part of the episode, which is we finally find out why Nora is so step away between her mother Iris, and it's basically one of those things where like, oh, that I understand why. That would be a totally reasonable. Like, here's the thing. My addition, if you ask, like, back into like episode 1, was okay. The reason is simply when Barry disappeared, Iris became a totally different person. Went darker, went colder. Deal with these things, but the shit that she says she does, Nora says that Iris does in the future, a bit of tongue twister, but anyway, says in the future. It's understandable why she's pissed. Understandable why she's like, I don't want to look at you. I want to be with Dad, not with you, Mom. That kind of thing. And, but, to the point where when you have the end scene, where the scene at the end where Noah and Iris is having this conversation, you kind of think, okay, everything's gonna be all goody or pal at the end, but no, it doesn't. Because Iris is like, whatever I did, I believe I did it for the to protect you, and all this kind of stuff. And you're like, first things first, Iris, you didn't effing do it. Because you never know, in the future, now your daughter shows up, you wouldn't do it now. You never know. In 2025, I don't know. So you don't know that. So why are you having this kind of thing of like offending your future self? There's a little bit of like, well, I probably did things for the right reason. So, you get off. And then Barry comes along. Now, let's be honest, everyone. Barry is kind of, when it comes to Iris, a lot of bending over, you know? I mean, Iris is the same woman who says the words, you're not the Flash, Barry, we're the Flash. And whinges about, you let me. Hey, he had to. back in series 3, he had to. Or this is the same woman who says to her boyfriend back in series 1 that she needs to know everything, even though he's a cop and she's a reporter, and there's certain things that those two type of professions should not talk about.